because if I turn my little camera around, you can see my computer is now completely stuck. It won't even start. So I hope you guys who are waiting for me in that other live, which I can't get to because my computer won't start, you know, maybe you can come over here. I'm going to try to share this stuff the best I can. The only thing I haven't figured out is how I can possibly share all of the photos that I took of the three muslins side by side, because I finished the Nick Verios and David Paul draft. So basically, I finished the draft, I sewed it together, and then I took pictures, and I was going to share all this with you today, and my computer is just completely like, all right, I just manually turned it off. I'm going to try to turn it on one more time, but I think we're getting to the point where I'm going to have to actually get a new one. And I really don't want to get a new computer because the setup for that to get it all going again is going to be really a lot. So anyway, I'm here. Let me see if I can show you some things while I'm trying to get my computer to start back up. I want to show you the draft first. I think I can show you that pretty easily here, because I can hold my camera and I can show you what's happening here. All right, hold on one second. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to switch it. Oops, sorry. All right, this is the Nick Veros David Paul draft. And one of the things that he does, or they do in this book that the other two did not do, was balancing the front and back leg. Now, this is something that I think is really useful if you're creating a pattern for something that you're going to create into, you know, a graded nest and sell, or if you're in fashion and you want to make standard garments that aren't custom fit to somebody. So the way he did that was he had you lay them on top of each other and find the middle of the road. So for example, he had you put the front upside down, and then he had you put the back on top. And the way he had you line up the pieces was to line them up on the line, the vertical line at the side seam. Now, if you watched my the drafting video, my front and back overlapped each other. So what I did was I created a line that I could use instead, and I cut it off because obviously I had to cut out the muslin. But basically what I did was I put this, I basically lined up this, you can see this green line. I created the line as if it were there, and I lined up the front and back lines that are, you know, parallel to each other. And then what I did was I actually found the middle of the road. So if you look here, the yellow line was the front and compared to the back line, and I found the middle of the road between the two. So the original back side seam was this purple line, and then the blue dashed line was the front, and so I drew a line down the middle to balance them. So if you look at the two, you can see I added a little bit here to get rid of that divot, and I added a little bit, I took away a little bit here to get rid of the little pooch. So basically, I balanced the legs, okay, and I also balanced the legs on the side seam and inseam the same way by stacking them. Let me just stop and say hi to Sylvain and Terry. Hi, Terry. You're in the Dominican watching me 84 degrees. Well, I'm so happy you're somewhere balmy. I love that. Yep, my computer is still being a jerk. So I'm so sorry that I can't share this with you in the way that I wanted to. Basically, I sewed these together, and the one thing that was not considered in the Nick Veros book is when you go to true up all your pieces, you double check your crotch to make sure you have a nice transition front to back. I measured what I had, and I only had 5.5 inches, which I know is not enough. So I did take one liberty here. I did extend the back crotch 1.5 inches to get it to fit me. Because I knew if I sewed this together like this, it would be a waste of fabric because it just would not fit me. So I didn't want to have a muslin that, wouldn't go on. It would be ridiculously snug front to back. So I did add the 1.5 inches here to make my crotch the right, depth for myself. That's the only change I made. And I sewed it together, and I was really kind of surprised. It fit really pretty well. And of course, I'm live with you on my phone, and my pictures are on my phone, and my computer won't turn on. So I cannot show you what those pictures look like. 60 degrees in Sheep Ranch, California. I've never been able to make a live. What fun. Yeah, I'm so sorry. This is not fun. This is not my normal thing. Normally I have my computer with this is my fancy webcam, and then I have this is my table shot camera where I can show you what's going on at the table, and I have picture-in-picture normally. But as you can see, my computer is not cooperating, and I think my husband and I are going to have to bite the bullet to buy a new one. So I'm just wondering what else I can show you. You know what might be fun? Let's take a comparison between, this is the Don McCunn draft. Let's compare these back legs. There's the Don McCunn. I'm going to put the Nick Veros one on top. Now remember, I used the same measurements. Oh, I've seen your other videos, and yes, technology is very clear and easy to understand. Things happen. Well, of course it would happen today because I'm so excited. I wanted to share all this with everybody. I'm just trying to see here. Okay, so by adding that, the 1.5 inches I added, I almost got the virtually same crotch length as I did for the Don McCunn. The rise is a little bit higher on the Don McCunn versus the Nick Veros. But the basic shapes, I'll put them side by side. You can see the basic shapes are pretty similar. Now the one, and here's an interesting thing to talk about. Why is the Don McCunn draft a little bit higher? We did the wedge adjustment to make the back higher. There is no wedge adjustment in the Nick Veros. I keep saying Nick Veros. I'm not even pronouncing his last name right, so I'm going to stop doing that. This is from the basics of fashion design for pattern making for fashion design. And I really want to say that I feel like this draft feels very much like a student textbook for fashion design. It's set up very similarly to the Helen Joseph Armstrong book. And really, the muslin fit me pretty well. So I was excited that it fit. The one thing that was kind of weird is that the back crotch, when I had it pulled up, to where it needed to sit at my waist, it was pulling against my body, but I could sit down, which was interesting. So I guess I would need that little bit of extra that was produced by doing a wedge in the Don McCunn, and also the Jan Minot method had the similar wedge. So if we pull this one out and look, you can see these two, if I put them next to each other, they're virtually identical rise-wise. Jan Minot's on top, and the Don McCunn one is underneath. If I bring Jan over here and put it against the last one, you can see how it's shorter at the top at center back. So that makes sense to me that it would be pulling on me, but it's very interesting. I found it very interesting that when I sat down in the one that I just made from the basics of pattern making for fashion design, I could sit down and it didn't pop off the back of my waistband. So that's telling me I have enough room. It just needs to be a little bit longer, in the straight part of the back rise. So that's what I have. I really wanted to show you all this stuff. I think I'm gonna stop now. I can't I can't show you the things I wanted to show you. I'm gonna reschedule this FabFit Friday for next week. We'll go through all the things, and because I'm making you watch this horrendous live, I may do a second muslin for the Jan Minot and the Dick McCunn drafts to reflect the changes the fit adjustments I made, and let's see if they fit better. So next week for FabFit Friday, you will see the whole thing I wanted to share, the comparison between the 3 muslins, how they fit my body, and then I will also do, I'll do some fitting. I'll do second muslins for the fittings for the for the first 2, because if you remember 2 weeks ago, I shared some fitting adjustments and we worked on that and I didn't test it. So because I'm making you watch this horrendous phone live, I will do that for you. And I guess the other thing I can share, which is a super happy thing for me, I got a new chair. Let me show you my new chair. So here is my new chair. I'm very happy about it. It's comfortable, it's high, it's adjustable. So that's a big studio upgrade for me. I've been sitting on a bench for the past year that was supposed to be temporary until I found a high chair, because I need a drafting chair or a studio chair because my work surface is high, so I can cut on it without bending over. But in any case, so I got the new chair. Very excited about that. Victoria says, it's okay, Jen, things happen. I know, but I mean, today was really going to be such an exciting day for me. I had this all planned, all ready to go. But I guess things do happen. I guess I can take this opportunity to wish all of my friends who are on the East Coast, from Atlanta through the Carolinas, if you're near the coast, please stay safe and make sure you hunker down for the snow. Here in Connecticut, we had 18 inches. And after the 18 inches, we have nowhere to put any more snow at the moment. So thank goodness it's going to miss us in Connecticut. So I am sending warm vibes down the East Coast for Atlanta and the Carolinas and anywhere else it's going to, this new snowstorm is going to hit. So let me just see here. Cassandra says, hello, sewing sister. Oh, hi, sewing sister. I love that. Thank you for sharing the process of fitting trousers. It's very helpful for me because I have some tummy and a larger back end. Oh, well, if you have those things, I know I just shared how to lengthen your front leg if you have a tummy. In not this FabFit Fit Tip Tuesday, but last week's Fit Tip Tuesday, I did show how to lengthen the front leg to create more room, and that might be something you could use for a tummy. I also show how to shorten the back leg if it's shorter in the back, but I know the front thing might help you. And I'm so happy that my content helps you. Let me just see, anybody else? Oh, Mary says, good thing for my phone or I wouldn't have found this. Oh, well, I'm on my good thing for my phone too, or I wouldn't be able to even talk to you guys today. Let me see. I want to be with Terry. She's in Dominican, at 84 degrees watching me. I'm sure that's fantastic. All right, I shut my computer off and I'm just gonna turn it on one more time and see if it turns on. Sometimes if I try a few times, it does click back in to submission. And I really, like I said, my husband can build me a new computer, but the time and energy that's gonna take is exhausting because I have to reinstall everything. Luckily, I backed everything up because I knew my computer was on its way out, so I am not losing any work by the computer not starting. However, it would be a big time commitment for him to have to fix it for me. So I'm really hoping I can limp along with this a little bit longer, but I don't want stuff like this to happen. You know, especially if I were teaching an actual class, this would have been a disaster. So, all right, so let me just wait and see. Hey, Dawn, I am on my phone because my computer wouldn't turn on and I got the blue screen of death. So I'm going to try it one more time. And if it turns on, then I will hop over to my computer and start that live. And then I can show you all the things I wanted to show you. But I mean, I have my fingers crossed, but honestly, I'm not hopeful. So just hang on for 1 second because let's watch it together. All right, so I turned it on and we have a black screen. This could be exciting. Oh, let's see. Hold on, just give it a minute. I'm hopeful that my computer will turn on because the welcome screen is not grayed out. Uh-oh, maybe not. Oh, okay, yes. All right, give me 1 minute. So what's happening right now is my graphics card or the light setting on my screen is not good because that happens. But I know I'll be able to get onto the live in a minute. So let me just, no, I don't want to do that. I want to cancel this. How do I, no, I don't want to do that. I can't, I don't know how to click this off. No, I don't want to do that. Okay, just.
Make your computer easier to use.
No. How do I can't see. I want to just X this off for now. Save files to computer. Oh.
Make your computer
No.
easier to.
Shut up. Wait a minute. How do I shut this off? I don't want to. Hold on. I can barely see it, so I'm looking for the little thing to shut this off. I don't want to. What does that say? Oh, I don't want to do that. Oh my God. How do I get rid of that? All right, ladies, I'm going to get off this live and I'm going to see if I can, no thanks. Let me just see if I can start this. Hold on. I don't know what it's doing. Okay, no, I don't want that. No. What does that say? No. I don't want, it's trying to sell me. Nope. No. Oh my God, I can't see. I'm trying to see how to get out of this. Normally it will say to me, okay, decline, next. Almost done, close. All right, now what I can do is I can go over here and I can go to my settings. Is that my settings? System, display. Hold on, no, not that. I go here to, wait a minute. Settings. All right, hold on. I think I'll be able to get us going right now. I want to go to my system. Display. Okay, ready? Oh, thank you. All right, I'm going to get off this and I'm going to be on the live in 1 minute. So head over to the other one. All right, I'm canceling this one. I'm stopping this one.